Hey, what's up, everybody? This will have to do. It's Arash Ramini, Stack.farm. So, a lot of updates. Just want to let you know I am not launching a brand, but I will teach anybody that wants to do it how to do it. I have the opportunity to do it. I have a better opportunity. It's all my focus. And so, I'm just going to be sharing all my knowledge and let you guys do it if you want. You could be selling microgreens for $50 to $75 a pound to your local grocery stores and restaurants. This system design here is locked in. It works. It's the first of its kind. It's the most simple system for growing microgreens ever in the universe. And why is it so simple? Even when it catastrophically fails because you're out of town for an extra week than you planned, and it runs only on 4 gallons of water, nothing breaks down. It just stops working. Things dry out, and it's super easy to clean up and restart. So worst case scenario is better than half of the farms out there's best case scenario. Another thing, first design ever to grow exclusively on paper towels. So no one else is growing on paper towels. These are like pennies per sheet, per tray, and they're useful to have around as well. So they double as shop towels, so they actually are. Growing this spicy salad mix that you can buy $16 a pound per pound of seeds, which makes, God only knows how many trays this grows, for $50 a pound to local cafes. This is the first system of its kind to be grown to use a plastic mass-produced shelving as its chassis. First system to use these 20-watt microgreen plant panels for microgreen production, and first system, as I can tell on the internet, to run completely and solely off a 5-gallon bucket reservoir with 0 air pump, which is interesting. And the first system online to run just on seaweed. That's all I use to fertilize the whole thing. Probably also the first system to be completely hands-off. So between every time you plant, it takes about 5 to 15 minutes to plant the whole thing. 5 to 15 to 30 minutes to harvest the whole thing, and that includes, I should say, within harvesting and planting, managing the reservoir. So the reservoir is a simple 3-step solution, foolproof, can be organic, and is super simple to do. No pH measuring, no testing whatsoever. So this was about so I bought probably $750 worth of parts, because no one has ever used these trays for hydroponic production, as far as I can tell online. Same with these LEDs, same with this this shelving, and so you got to figure out, put all the pieces together. If you were to buy these parts now, it's probably going to be $400 to $500 straight off Amazon, and it produces. How many pounds does this produce? So it is 1/5 of a pound every tray twice every 2 weeks. So that's half a pound per tray, per month, and there's 2 flats, so that's 1 pound per level per tray per month. So that's 3 pounds per month of microgreen, a spicy salad mix microgreen. That's 3 pounds a month. I got my first and only client, $50 a pound. And so that's $150 a month off of this to one company. They needed 4 ounce. They needed a half pound a week, so they needed 2 pounds. So I could sell 2 trays and make money. I could sell 1 tray's worth and cover all my costs and grow whatever I want off the top. And maybe that's what I'll do. So we went out of town and ran out of water, and it just stopped working. Everything dried up. But what I really like is how simple it is to clean up. This paper towel is super sturdy, and so not only does it help clean up around here, but you can just peel the whole thing and throw it out. And I have all this, I would rinse this stuff out, but I have all this good bacteria in here. Nothing smells bad. Everything smells earthy, smells just like a farm should. And that's when it's gone bad. When it's normally operating, that's another thing. I got noise down to almost nothing. I got odor down to almost nothing, imperceptible. I was first using, because this thing's breathing, it's taking in air, all this stuff is going on here with all these plants exploding. There's a lot of biological activity when you grow microgreens. No soil anywhere in the house, no soil allowed in the house because it brings bugs in. And I was using organic worm tea, and that was way more bioactive and way more smelled so much stronger than seaweed. And it was giving off, and I used to have a big 15-gallon open top reservoir, and that's way too big, I realized. And so I got rid of that. I got a 5-gallon bucket, that worked. And then I got a lid for the top, and that worked. Yes, son. You want to come show off your hat to my 4 followers? Okay. I'll finish up real quick, okay? We're live on TV, honey. We're live on camera. Alright, so I'm supposed to wear this hat. Thank you. So yeah, this is the system. The next version, I'm going to introduce aquaponic greens. I'm going to introduce aquaponics. I'm going to convert this 5-gallon reservoir into a biofilter for my fish. I'll probably use goldfish. And I'm going to grow dope-ass prenatal vitamins for my wife. That's the plan. If you want to go production route, you don't want the fish. You want to just run it hydroponically off of probably an organic cold seaweed press. Any of them will do. You add 2 to 3 capfuls to 5 gallons, so 2 capfuls for every time you fill up the tank with 3 gallons of water, and bada bing, bada boom. The cool thing I realized, and does, a principle of physics I should know, is that you don't need a lot of power output to get the right growth rate, because the plants need a certain amount of photons per square inch per second. That's how it's measured, like in the botanical, agricultural, agronomy world, in the big leagues. And every bulb puts out a certain amount of light, a different amount of light, but in in like a cone. And so the closer you bring the light, the more photons out of that bulb are hitting your plants. And so what you can really do, you can effectively, one second, you can mimic, you can get the same amount of photons on your canopy from a much weaker light that's a lot closer. So anyway, check it out, Stack.farm. We are number 2, bunny ears. Thanks guys and gals.